Hi there, hope you're well. We've got a really cool fill for you to try today. This is something that I stumbled upon in my own practice, and I've been working on this myself for quite a while, so I thought I'd share it with you today. And if you're a fan of linear chopsy type fills, then you're going to want to check this out. So let's get into it. So the pattern that we're going to use for this fill is right, left, left, kick, right, left. All of the single strokes on the hands are going to be accented notes, and the diddle or the double on the left is going to be played as ghost notes. Keeping that double stroke nice and soft is really going to help you to articulate the fill better, and it's also going to help you when you start to build the speed, which we'll be doing later on. So let's start just on the snare drum and repeat the 6-note pattern nice and slow. Now we can start to move the pattern around the kit simply by moving the last 2 notes of the pattern, playing the right hand on the floor tom and the left hand on the rack tom. This gives us a really simple shape to work with in the beginning and get it moving around the drums in a nice clockwork direction. And we're going to stick with this shape for the rest of the video, but once you've got it down and you're more familiar with the fill, try your own shapes and patterns and orchestrations and try and move some of the notes around to different parts of the kit. As we're working with a 6-note pattern, an easy way to get this fill going in the beginning is to play it with a triplet feel. Play a 6/8 groove to lead you in, then play the fill as 16th note triplets. To fit this fill into 4/4 and play it as 16th notes, we need to adapt it a little bit. Try playing the 6-note sequence twice, which obviously gives us 12 notes. Then simply add 4 single strokes on the end to make up the 16 and give you a full bar of 16th notes. Now add the toms back in just as we did previously. And to keep things simple, let's keep the 4 single strokes that we've added at the end just on the snare drum. Once you've got that down, try playing a simple 4/4 groove to lead you in and start to practice the fill in real time. Now, if you fancy an extra challenge, try and extend the fill over 2 bars. This will also help you if you want to progress onto playing this fill as 30-second notes, which we're going to look at in a little while. So to make this pattern fit within 2 bars, we now need 32 16th notes. So we're going to play the 6-note sequence 5 times to obviously give us 30 notes. And this time just add in 2 extra single strokes onto the end to make up the 32. As you practice this, make sure you're counting or using a click, just something to keep yourself right, because it's really easy to get lost halfway through this as the pattern plays over the bar line. Here it is just on the snare drum to get us going again, then we'll look at moving it around the kit. And again, add in the same tom placements that we did previously. And now that you've got that down, let's chuck a groove in there and practice it as a fill. Because we're now playing a 2-bar fill, I'd like to practice it with a 2-bar groove, so we've got a 4-bar loop to play. This just keeps things more natural and feeling more musical. We're also going to change a few notes at the very end of the fill just to get out of it. After the final kick drum, play a right hand on the snare drum, left hand on the rack tom, and right left on the floor tom to get out with a nice little sweep around the drums. All right, so when you feel like you've really got this pattern down, you can start to try it as a 30-second note fill. Take the same sequence from the previous exercise, only this time instead of 2 bars of 16th notes, it's going to be 1 bar of 30-second notes. If you want to take this even further, get creative with the tom and snare placements. Once you've really got the pattern down, it becomes easier to experiment with different voicings and different shapes around the drums. But remember to keep things simple. Let your hands move around the kit in sensible shapes and sensible directions, and try not to overcomplicate it with awkward movements. The simple shapes with repetition always sound better. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.